Mein heutiger Gast ist Pia Leon, Lateinamerikas Best Female Chef 2018 aus dem Kjolle in Peru, in der peruanischen Hauptstadt Lima. Pia, it's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
As mentioned, you received the Best Female, Latin America's Best Female Chef Award 2018.
Yes.
There was a lot of discussions about the Best Female Chef Award in general. For example, I remember Dominique Crenn said, "It's stupid, a chef is a chef." Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
Well, I respect, of course, all opinions. Everybody have their own opinion. In my case, of course, in a good way, it's nice to receive this award. Of course, is good for the restaurant, for the business. In that moment, I just started my own restaurant, so it was like in the perfect moment, you know?
It came right after you opened Kjolle in Lima.
Yes. Yeah. In that way, it was amazing. And of course, I also think women or men are the same in the kitchen, of course, for me. It's all about, you know, attitude and what you want in your life, you know? If you have the feel to be a cook, the passion to be a cook, it's the same. It's the same for me. But it was a nice award, of course.
Because you said this, in your kitchen team, are there many women as well?
Of course.
Is it like 50-50?
Right now, almost 50-50.
Is it because you want it like this, or because you received the applications and then you know who is better?
Yes. We don't look for that. We receive all the papers. We look. They come. They try for a week, 2 weeks, and then we look, because it's also important the person also like the restaurant. No, you know, it's not only the restaurant like the worker. Is the two sides. They have to be happy to work there. So we don't look woman. I don't know. It's a time. It's a moment. So if we have more women, it's okay. And if we have more men, it's perfect.
Here in our region, women in general are highly underrepresented in gastronomy in general, but in fine dining gastronomy especially. How is it in Peru? How is it in Latin America? And do you have the impression that it developed into a certain direction in the last time, or is it more or less?
Yes, I think in the last five years maybe, it started changing the situation, you know. So
more women in the kitchen?
Yes. Of course, all the women are more confident, more secure. So I think it's perfect, no? We have to start with something. So we keep going. And we only have to demonstrate we can do it. It's not impossible. If you decide to make it, you can do it. And also, yes, a lot of people always tell the women want to have kids, you know. A family is complicated. Yes, of course, it's complicated.
With the working hours in gastronomy, it's very complicated, especially for women.
Yes.
For men as well, but since women have more...
Yes, it's the reality, of course. We have to be honest. But I think the thing is you have to be really organized. You know, it's not impossible. And of course, it's also the man works, you know. They also have babies, so it's one family. So if you organize in a good way, you can do it, of course.
How do you organize this? Can you sometimes, aren't you in a position where you can more easily decide to leave the kitchen for an evening because you're your own boss? For women who are not their own boss, but who still want to make a career, maybe it's more difficult.
Yes, I have to be honest. Yes, I can decide if I want to stay at home, you know, with my baby, it's true. So we make in the restaurant facilities to all the women that have babies. We try, of course, they have a different schedule, so they don't stay until, 2 p.m. Yeah. So they come in the morning and they go home, so they can be home with a baby and, do other responsibilities. That's the idea, no? So we try to help and to organize everything, but it's not impossible, as I said.
Do you think that taking measures like this, you know, to show women as well that it's not, you can combine these two stuff. Do you think that by taking measures and showing them that this is possible, that this makes, this brings more women into this business?
Yes, of course.
Why do you think that in the last 5 years, as you said, that there are more women working in the kitchen?
It's obviously also because the person that are in charge to communicate this, maybe also they make like conscience to be more curious maybe on the work of the women. So I think it's like a work community. So we can start everybody change this. So I think it's going better, of course.
What is interesting as well in Latin America is that the image, that there is sort of a new image from the famous chefs. At least it's what I read, is that it becomes the new dream of a lot of youngsters, either to become a chef or a football player. These are the two things. How did you witness this development, this change? Because
it's difficult. It's not easy because, as you said, a lot of young kids start studying cooking, you know, dreaming to be in television maybe, to be a rock star, but it's not reality. So I always recommend, if you want to study to be a cook, well, you have to try to be in a real restaurant to live what is real, you know, and with the time you will notice if you really want to be a cook, a chef, no? That's happened a lot. It's true.
A lot of broken dreams as well, did you witness?
I imagine.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yeah. But that's the same if you want to be, I don't know, a doctor or, you know, a law. Yeah. It's the same, no? You have to be really passionate.
But I mean, there are a lot of other jobs as well, or let's say jobs, things you can do to, you know, become famous and living a dream. Why do you think that in Latin America, especially, the chef became this role model?
Because right now, for example, in Peru, we are really proud about food. In Peru, everybody thinks and talk about food. We are really proud to show all the places in Peru, the Andes, the Amazonas, the coast. So right now, I think it's a good moment for Peru, and maybe that's the reason why the kids want to cook. You know, we have good examples. For example, Gaston Acurio, he started to show.
Star.
But he started to show all Peruvian food around the world. It's a really good thing. So a lot of kids, you know, it's like God, but in a good way. It's nice, and that's the reason a lot of people want to be a chef. Yeah. Of course.
You're also part of the group called Madrid Initiative,
yes.
Which is also sort of a proof of the Peruvian identity, that it's very linked with food.
Yes.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit, what is the idea behind Madrid Initiative and what is your role in this?
Yes, Madrid Initiative is a group led by Malena. Malena is Virgilio's sister.
Okay.
Yes, she's a doctor, but then she quit and she started working in Madrid Initiative. So this group of persons not only cooks, we have doctors, we have, I don't know, nutritionists and everything. We make trips around Peru, trying to rediscover products and ingredients not too much people use or know. So the idea is they make the trips. We start in the Andes, in Cusco, and then we went to the Amazonas. So the idea is they give us all the info, all the new products, Virgilio and I, so we can make tests, you know, examples, practice,
taste it.
Technique, yes, yeah. Everything, and then we can use in our menus.
So it's sort of a food scouting,
yes.
if you want.
Yes.
And then
yes.
you guys you really are on a trip for a couple of days.
Yes.
And you go into the woods, into the mountains, and you really look for what you can find.
Yes, it's amazing. And we have a good relationship with the communities, so it's a nice situation, you know. We learn from them, and they learn from us, so it's a really nice job. And of course, we made the trips with Malena and all the team. I don't always go, you know, I have to be in the kitchen also, but these trips also are really good to inspire, you know. That's the reason we make it also, no? When you know people and our cultures and our ingredients and our method to prepare food, so it's a nice circle.
Do you have one or two examples of products which you discovered with Madrid Initiative and which you then used?
For example, the Kjolle. The Kjolle, many people think it's like algae, a type of algae, but they're not really. They're like cyanobacteria. Mm-hmm. Yes, sounds.
How do they look?
Like little circles, and on side they have like water. So they confuse and they think it's like esferificaciones, but they are natural. So we can find down the mountains, and they're really nice, really amazing. And then of course all the pseudo cereals, you know, the quinoa, the kiwicha, the cañigua. So we have a lot of varieties that not too much people use, you know. A lot of people use and know the quinoa, but there's a lot of options. The same with the tubers. We have a really big variety of potatoes, for example. And then we
have... Do you know how many in numbers the variety must
4,000. Yes, there are a lot. And for example, the ocas, the mashuas, they're like strange names, but they're amazing. And yes, we use in the menu. We try to use it all. Yes.
Beside of this, you can also rely on a quite important network of producers, which you probably already had in Central.
Yes.
Did you also acquire new producers for Kjolle, or how did it work from a producer-wise?
You know, the idea when we decide to open Kjolle, we always want to be connected. So we are the three of us, Central, Madrid Initiative, Kjolle, and Mil, the last project in Cusco. We are always connected.
So this is sort of a network where you share producers.
Yes. We love to work together, to be honest. So yes, the idea is that Madrid Initiative provide us all the information. So Central, Virgilio will make the menu about ecosystems. You know, each plate is a same ecosystem, a same altitude. For example, if we are in the Andes, we have 3,000 meters up. So the plate is going to be only ingredients for that location. And in the case of Kjolle, no, we only look the products, so we can mix something with the Amazon, with the coast. We don't have that limit of ecosystems. So the idea is we are going to use all the same ingredient, but Virgilio and in Mil and in Kjolle, we will inspire in a different way. That's the idea and the difference, you know? Yeah. But yes, always connected, always. Yeah. We're a family, you know?
But it's a good point, because related to that, Virgilio Martinez is your husband.
Yes.
You worked with and under him for 10 years, I think,
yes.
in Central. Is it a gift or a curse to have also a famous chef as a partner?
No. Yes, I have been working with Virgilio 10 years. I started when I was 22 in Central. So 10 years of learning, a lot, and to be grateful because I have learned a lot from Virgilio. But no, I like it because until now we were together. He respects my space, and I respect him. And
so you both really work in your own spaces, but are still
yes. You know, Kjolle is in the same building, and we live in the same building. So yes, we are connected. We are in the same place, but I'm in Kjolle, and Virgilio is in Central, and also I always be in Central because until now I'm look the kitchen of Central. So yes, we are always connected, and I like it. Yes, it's not.
It's not a curse.
No. I have to work a lot, of course. Kjolle only have like 8 months, you know, so I have a lot of work to do. But yes, it's nice. I'm happy.
What are the biggest challenges after 8 months, or like during these 8 months in opening an own space, all of a sudden having your own space?
Yes,
what were the biggest challenges?
I think to have a good restaurant is not only to be a good cook. You know, you have to be a leader. You have a big team in the kitchen and also in the service. So you have to be a good example for them. You have to create the same mentality, the same thinking. You know, so it's not easy. It's not easy.
And administration, I guess.
Yes. I don't look at administration, to be honest. No, yes, of course. But yes, I concentrate in service and in the kitchen. So, and of course, to be in contact with the clients, with a person that visits us. So yes, it's a hard work, but I enjoy.
How much would you say that your own cooking developed since you opened Kjolle?
Normally, a lot of people ask me that, but the real thing, you know, I have been in Central 10 years, so of course I have things from Central. It's naturally, you know, but of course I like more colorful. I like a lot the colors. Maybe I'm a person that like fast things, so maybe I won't study too much to make or to create a dish. No, I like to work in team. All the cooks can participate to create something new. But Central is in my heart, of course. Yes.
Any future projects planned?
Sorry?
Any future projects planned?
No, for the moment I prefer to stay in Kjolle. I prefer to work there. Of course, we always go to Mil in Cusco. And we want to open the same idea that we have in Cusco, but in the Amazonas. So for next year, I think the Amazonas thing is going to be the new one. But no more.
No more.
No.
But maybe as a last question, how do you see the future of Latin American cuisine? I don't know if it even exists, Latin American cuisine.
Yes.
We can also say the Peruvian cuisine. How do you see the future of the meaning of this cuisine?
I see amazing future. I think it depends of us, you know, of not only the cooks, all the persons, all Peruvian persons in that case. We have to learn more, you know, to be more curious, to share more, to learn from other people, and to work hard because it's not done, you know. We have a lot of work to do, of course, but amazing future, of course.
That's the perfect end of this interview. Pia,
Nice.
thank you very much
No,
for
pleasure.
having been there. Ja, mehr solcher Interviews, spannender F&B-Stories, Porträts und alles, was das Gastroherz sonst noch so begehrt, findet ihr natürlich alles in der neuen Rolling Pin-Ausgabe. Und bitte nicht vergessen, unsere Facebook-Page zu liken. Das war's für heute. Ciao, ciao.